Have you ever felt like people don't treat you the same way they used to? Maybe friends don't call as often, family members seem too busy, or conversations don't feel as warm as they once did. It's a strange feeling, isn't it? You've spent a lifetime building relationships, caring for others, and being there for people. And yet, as the years pass, it sometimes feels like you're being left out or overlooked. That's what we're going to talk about today. 6 common mistakes that can unintentionally push people away as we age. They're subtle patterns, ways of speaking, reacting, or expecting things from others that might be making relationships harder instead of easier. Relationships don't fade because people stop caring, they fade when connections aren't nurtured the right way. The way we communicate, the energy we bring into conversations, and the expectations we set can all shape how others feel around us. Now, before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from? Comment below and share your city. I always enjoy hearing from you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips like these. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up next. 1. Constant negativity. How often do your conversations focus on what's wrong rather than what's right? If most of what you talk about revolves around complaints, about your health, the government, young people, or how things used to be better, it can make people feel drained. And over time, they may start avoiding conversations altogether, not because they don't care, but because they don't want to feel worse after talking to you. Negativity doesn't just affect you, it affects the people around you. Think about it, do you enjoy spending time with someone who only talks about their problems and frustrations? Probably not. And the same goes for others. It's not that your feelings aren't valid, they absolutely are. But when negativity becomes the dominant theme in your conversations, it can push people away without you even realizing it. So, what can you do? Start by being more aware of how you talk. Before you share a complaint, ask yourself, is this the kind of energy I want to bring into this conversation? It doesn't mean you have to pretend everything is perfect, but balancing frustrations with moments of gratitude and curiosity can make a huge difference. For example, instead of saying, everything is getting worse these days, try adding something positive like, but at least I got to enjoy a nice walk this morning. Small shifts in how you speak can make conversations more enjoyable, and people will look forward to talking to you rather than feeling like they have to brace themselves for another complaint session. 2. Giving unwanted advice. If your advice isn't asked for, it can feel like judgment rather than guidance. This is especially true with younger family members. You might see your children or grandchildren making decisions that seem like obvious mistakes to you, how they spend money, raise their kids, or even the way they live their lives. And when you step in to correct them, even with the best intentions, they often hear it as criticism, not concern. And it's not just family. This happens in friendships too. Telling a friend they should eat healthier, manage their money better, or be more social might feel like you're helping. But to them, it can feel like an attack on their choices. No one likes to feel like they're being lectured, even when the advice is good. And when people start associating conversations with you as being full of corrections and critiques, they begin pulling away. So, what can you do instead? The simplest rule is this: wait until you're asked. If someone genuinely wants your advice, they will ask for it. If they don't, it's often best to let them figure things out on their own. That doesn't mean you can never share your thoughts, it just means doing it in a way that respects their independence. For example, instead of saying, "You really shouldn't be eating that," try asking, "Are you interested in some tips I've learned about healthy eating?" If they say yes, share what you know. If they say no, let it go. It's a small shift, but it makes a huge difference in how people perceive you. The bottom line is this: people don't avoid advice because they don't care. They avoid it because they don't want to feel judged. When you offer guidance in a way that respects their choices, you become a trusted voice, not a source of frustration. And that's how you keep meaningful conversations alive and relationships strong. 3. Resisting change. The world is changing, always has been, always will be. And one of the biggest mistakes people make as they get older is resisting that change instead of adapting to it. It's understandable. You've lived through decades of traditions, values, and ways of doing things that now seem to be disappearing. But when you refuse to accept that times are different, it can make conversations with you feel exhausting rather than enjoyable. This shows up in a lot of ways. Maybe you insist that things were better in the old days every time a younger person shares something they enjoy. Maybe you dismiss modern technology as unnecessary, even though it's how most people connect today. Or maybe you get frustrated when social norms shift, making it harder to relate to younger generations. But here's the truth, change is happening whether you like it or not. And when people feel like every interaction with you turns into a debate about why the past was better than the present, they start spending less time around you. It's not because they don't respect your experiences, but because it becomes harder to relate. Think about technology, for example. Learning new devices, apps, and communication styles can be frustrating. But when you refuse to adapt, you make it harder for people to include you in their lives. Your grandkids might prefer texting over calling. Your friends might be making plans on social media instead of over the phone. If you reject these changes, you risk becoming more isolated, not because people don't care, but because they don't know how to include you. So, what can you do instead? Stay open. You don't have to love every new trend or adopt every new habit, but a willingness to listen, learn, and adapt makes you someone people enjoy being around. Instead of saying, "That's stupid, I don't get it," try saying, "That's interesting, tell me more about it." A simple shift in attitude can help you stay connected rather than feeling left out. The bottom line? People don't expect you to love every change, but they do appreciate when you stay curious instead of dismissive. Being open to new things keeps your mind sharp, your relationship strong, and your connection to the world alive. 4. Expecting too much without giving back. One of the biggest sources of resentment in relationships, whether with family, friends, or even neighbors, is when one person constantly takes without giving anything in return. And unfortunately, this can become more common as we age. You might not even realize you're doing it. But if you expect others to always accommodate your needs, calling you first, visiting you regularly, or helping with errands, without considering their own busy lives, it can slowly push people away. This happens in different ways. Maybe you expect your children or grandchildren to check in often, but you don't always take the time to ask about their lives in return. Maybe you rely on a friend for emotional support, but rarely ask how they're doing. Or maybe you assume that younger family members should drop everything to help you because that's what family does. Here's the problem, people don't mind helping when they feel valued. But when they start to feel like they're being used or taken for granted, they begin to pull away. And when that happens, it's easy to feel abandoned without realizing that the pattern may have started with unrealistic expectations. So, does this mean you should never ask for help? Of course not. But relationships are a two-way street. Even as you get older, you still have something to give, a kind word, a thoughtful question, a simple thank you. Small gestures matter more than you think. What can you do instead? Check in with yourself. If you notice that you're always on the receiving end but not giving much back, find ways to show appreciation. Even something as simple as sending a thoughtful message, remembering birthdays, or listening with genuine interest can make people feel valued instead of obligated. The bottom line? People are happy to be there for you when they feel respected and appreciated. But when they start to feel like they're just fulfilling an obligation, that's when they begin pulling away. 5. Living in the past too much. Memories are a beautiful thing. They remind us of the people we've loved, the experiences we've had, and the lessons we've learned. But one mistake many people make as they get older is getting stuck in the past, to the point where it affects how others see them. This happens when conversations always circle back to the good old days, or when every story you tell is one that people have already heard multiple times. It's easy to fall into this habit. After all, the past is familiar, and reminiscing can bring comfort. But when every conversation is rooted in what was instead of what is, people may start feeling like they can't connect with you in the present. Think about how this comes across to younger people. If every time they talk about their lives, they're met with, "Back in my day, we did things differently," or, "You kids don't understand how hard it used to be," it can feel like a barrier rather than a conversation. It might even make them hesitant to share their experiences with you because they feel like they'll always be compared to the past. And it's not just about younger people. Even your friends, people who have lived through the same eras as you, might get frustrated if the same stories are told again and again. Over time, this can make conversations feel repetitive, predictable, and, honestly, a little less engaging. So, what can you do instead? Balance the past with the present. Share stories, but also show interest in what's happening now. Instead of just telling a memory, ask others about their lives. If you find yourself repeating a story, pause and ask yourself, is this the right moment for it? And most importantly, be open to creating new experiences instead of only reliving old ones. The bottom line? Memories are meant to be cherished, not to replace the present. People want to feel connected to you today, not just to who you were years ago. By showing interest in the present and the people around you, you keep relationships strong, conversations meaningful, and your connection with others alive. 6. Not respecting boundaries can push people away. Unfortunately, one of the biggest mistakes people make in their later years is assuming that their presence, opinions, or needs should always take priority, simply because they're older. This can show up in different ways. Maybe you expect family members to answer the phone immediately every time you call, and if they don't, you feel ignored. Maybe you drop by someone's house unannounced, assuming they'll be happy to see you, without considering that they might be busy. Or maybe you ask personal questions about someone's life, who they're dating, how they're spending their money, or what decisions they're making, without realizing that they have the right to privacy. People may not always say it out loud, but when they feel like their boundaries are being ignored, they start creating distance. They may call less, invite you over less often, or share less about their lives. And if you don't recognize this pattern, it's easy to mistake their withdrawal for neglect, when in reality, they're just trying to maintain their own space. Another way this happens is through emotional boundaries. If you regularly unload your frustrations, grief, or loneliness onto the same person, without considering how it affects them, they may start avoiding conversations. Everyone has their own struggles, and while it's important to express emotions, it's also important to make space for other people's feelings too. So, what can you do instead? Be mindful. If someone seems hesitant to talk, ask yourself if you're giving them enough room to breathe. If you're constantly pushing for attention, ask yourself if you're respecting their time and responsibilities. And if someone sets a boundary, whether it's about visits, conversations, or personal matters, respect it without taking it personally. The bottom line? Strong relationships are built on mutual respect. When people feel like their boundaries are honored, they feel more comfortable, more willing to connect, and more likely to keep you as an important part of their lives. Getting older doesn't mean losing the people around you. But sometimes, without realizing it, certain habits can create distance between you and the people you love. The good news? You have the power to change that. We've talked about 6 common mistakes that can unintentionally push people away. 1. Constant negativity. When every conversation becomes a complaint session, people start avoiding them. 2. Giving unwanted advice. Even with good intentions, unasked for advice can feel like criticism. 3. Resisting change. Rejecting new ways of life can make conversations feel exhausting instead of engaging. 4. Expecting too much without giving back. Relationships should be a two-way street, where appreciation is shown on both sides. 5. living in the past too much. While memories are valuable, staying present is what keeps connections alive. 6. Not respecting boundaries. People need space, independence, and respect, no matter their age. But here's the key takeaway: relationships thrive on respect, appreciation, and balance. People want to spend time with those who make them feel good, valued, and heard. And no matter how old you are, you can be that person. So, take a moment to reflect. Which of these 6 points stood out to you the most? Have you ever experienced someone pulling away, and now you realize why? I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience might help someone else going through the same thing. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future content. Your support helps us continue creating videos that inform, inspire, and help build better relationships. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.